Pisces, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the rest of October, aka mid-October. This is running just a little behind, but it's been not too long. I think 9-10 days since I've read for you last, and wow, what a powerful reading we had last time. Let's see what's going on for you the rest of the month. Thank you for tuning in, for being with me today, for sharing this space. Welcome back. We're going to take a look at your recent past, your current energies, and what you may not see coming in this reading today. Let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Pisces today. Let's get an initial card pull on the animal spirit leading us into this reading. What are they saying? What animal wants to show up? This is when I get to speak to the animals. Ooh, horse, freedom. Let your freedom reign. You might, let's see. You might break out of any limitations that are, you might, you must, not you might, you must. It's so funny when I slip up. You're like, I might. No, you must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, Pisces, whether they are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free and run faster towards your dreams. Unbridled passion, right? Go for it. Jump on that horse. Oof. Have you ever been on a horse when it starts to just, I forget the term, but they cock their eyes up just a little bit and they're gone. Like you're just giddy up. So this is definitely a giddy up from Spirit to you for the rest of October. You know what? Don't worry about what other people say, think, or do. It's about your own freedom. Don't hold back. Break free. Break free, Pisces. All right. Now let's get into the tarot. We're going to do one quick shuffle and pull the familiar's way. Let's see what the overall general energy is for you for the rest of the month, Pisces. What's going on? What's going on for Pisces Nation? The collective tuning in. Pisces. What is this? Freedom. I keep hearing let freedom reign. That MLK speech, right? Powerful activation. Soul activation work. Woo! Oh, wow. Well. These want to come out together. I'm going to take them together. Overall general energy. This is the card of the seagull. As you can see, she's looking out into the horizon, letting the storm clouds pass her. The seagulls are in search of the remnants, clues of something that she's leaving behind and picking it apart. So this is when we search for understanding when we're faced with one of life's endings. Whatever it is, this is your Empress energy you're calling upon and really leaning into self-love, self-care as you face this ending. I love seeing this because maybe what you're realizing that it's time for you to nurture yourself in a new way, right? Putting an end to the lack of nurturing. Whether you're finding that in a certain situation, you're definitely breaking free from something, Pisces, so you can nurture and create more fertility in your life with this orangutan. This represents unconditional love. As we know, the Empress, it's about supporting our growth from the pathways of the lessons, right? The spiritual lessons. She calls it sovereign's nurture. So nurturing our own sovereignty, right? We're not stuck. Like, let these seagulls fly. Let them fly. Let them do their thing. Right? Sometimes things cannot be explained. They can only be moved through, right? The only way around a situation is through it. Feels like you're calling in some real inner strength right now in the next few weeks around a situation. Let's go into the past, recent past. Recent past, Spirit. We're going to clarify all this. Ooh, I love that. Experience of thoughts. Now, that is the Knight of Swords. So there was a lot of movement in the recent past in a particular direction. Ooh, and now we have the Eight of Feeling in reverse. Interesting. I'm going to stop here because this is important. Now we have the Ostrich, which is about charging forward, right? With determination and strength. Not going to let anything stop me. That unbridled freedom that the horse is conveying here, right? I'm going to just keep moving forward. Ain't nothing going to stop me. And you know what? But I think what's interesting is this is actually, again, signaling, really putting something behind you once and for all, because this is letting go. The Eight of Cups with that wolf here, he's looking back. And he's going, you know, that wolf is looking back to ensure that the people that supporting your journey of your own self-discovery are really going to follow you or not. So he's looking back and he's like, the people who were here for me, the people who really care about me are going to come with me. And the people who aren't, it's like, this is that card of looking back and looking at the people who aren't with you. And the fact that this is in reverse, it's almost as though you're coming out of a phase where you were looking back on a situation, again, with this energy. You're charging forward past an ending, and you're coming out of a period of what you had to let go of in that ending, okay? Beautiful work, Pisces, beautiful work. This freedom, it really wants to accompany this horse and ostrich are running through the fields. Wouldn't that be a cool sight? I think, what is the Knickerbocker farm? There's some woman who has a BFF who's an ostrich, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. I think she sings "You Are My Sunshine" to it. I don't know. I'm just a sucker for animals, and I think that whatever you're charging forward in, Pisces, it's like you're coming out of a phase where you had to let go of a lot of the emotional baggage. And it could be the collective emotional baggage you've accumulated in your lifetime, or it could have been around a situation. You're saying, you know what, I'm coming out of that. And now I know whoever's with me is really with me. You know, this is that ride or die time in the collective right now, where we really are. Even some of the people you thought were your ride or die, you're like, wow, okay, well, that's over, right? And it's hard, but you're coming out of maybe the shock of that and leaning in hard into you. Now, let's go into the final one. Now we have the great buffalo, right? Now this is everything. Everything. Ten of Pentacles. So family legacy, tradition, what you value, what you hold dear, what's in it for the long haul. I mean, this is 10 years in the tarot, if you want to talk about time. Each pentacle is a year. So what's your 10-year vision? Some of you are actually getting pen to paper and looking at your 10-year vision. And you're like, ooh, I'm dreaming big, Jenna. I got big plans, big dreams. Nothing's going to stop me. I'm getting that. This real spirit of exploration and curiosity. Now that you've been lighter, freeing up the energy, letting go, just like gone, poof. Not that you're ignoring it. It's just like whatever was heavy and like you'd been carrying for quite some time. I think you're looking back and going, wow, there's no traces, right? There's no remnants. Like maybe, it's almost like when you have that stone, and we're talking about the proverbial stone that at first feels like a brick, like you're carrying it. It's so heavy. And then the longer you go on your journey, that stone becomes so small. It's more manageable. That's what you've been doing. It's beautiful. Okay, now let's go into, I had a really weird switcheroo here because I've been working with one deck and clarifying what these animals are saying for everyone thus far. But Pisces, y'all broke the mold. This is Spirit Daughter's manifestation deck because I felt this really strong energy of you in a period of manifestation at this time. And you're right in the perfect alignment. That juxtaposition, right? Of learning from our past and no longer sacrificing self in that and charging forward in a spirit of learning more and more about unconditional love. All right. Higher truth. Isn't that so? So this orangutan and the seagulls, right? They're having a conversation. And what it's taught you is I trust and align with my higher truth. That's where you are right now. And it's become a pillar, right, of wisdom. You see that moon. It's like as the days and the world turns, your higher truth is the one constant. Some of you are really going deep into your self-realization journeys, reaching that pinnacle of the pyramid, right? I remember when I was a school kid and I listened to Maslow's hierarchy of needs for the first time, and I was like, I want to be at the top of that. Like, how do I get there? And some of you, like, when we arrive at a peak, some of you experiencing peak states, hard to say that, peak states of self-realization in your conscious awareness, and you're bringing that to others. Some of you maybe are assisting people who are going through painful endings. It's part of your life's calling. people who are in need of help, right? Who feel broken. I'm getting a lot of you do that kind of work. There's a higher truth in what you are doing out in the world, you all. And there's a higher truth to your life at this time. Let's see what the horse and the ostrich. It's like you have pairs. This is interesting. You have pairs going on in this reading. Pairs of animals. Unlikely pairing, right? A seagull and an orangutan? But the seagull searching for clues and the orangutan saying, it's all about unconditional love. And you're like, I see the higher truth. And then you have this recent past and you have this ostrich like, let's go, you know? You are my sunshine, you know, energy. And let's be free. Let's run. Because ostriches and horses, they can go fast. I don't know which one's faster. I think the ostrich, actually. I don't know. It's a curious thought. And what is this truth? Recognizing strength. I am rooted in my strength. And that's what you have the freedom now to know how strong you are, that life has tumbled you into like that coal into the diamond, from the coal into the diamond. You've been going through this powerful transformation. And I think you now know how strong you are. And look at that. Number 20 breaks down to 2. There's something about your outer world and your inner world in this big recent shift. And you reclaiming this feeling of expansion and freedom on your path. Woo! So much strength, you all. Spiritual strength. All right. What is the wolf? What has the wolf been releasing here? Releasing judgment. And it even has release. I'm open to seeing the infinite beauty within and around me. That was what you learned. That was the higher truth. That's currently what you're realizing. The more I judge myself, the more I'm judging others. The more I judge others, the more I'm judging myself. Releasing judgment in all levels. That's part of this path of self-realization, folks. We are raised in an environment of comparison. Oh, I wish I had it written down. I needed to. Eleanor Roosevelt. It was like basically that we place so much of our worthiness in comparison. And it's like we're only defined in our worthiness by how someone perceives us. I'm totally massacring it. I wish I wrote it down because it's so apropos at this moment. But this is about being set free. You see the birds flying out of the proverbial cage, setting the part of you free. Some of you decided to have family dynamics at a young age where you had to experience very judgmental parenting, you know, and it made you feel like you were always trying to perform and get the approval of others. And I'm getting that for a lot of you. That was like, I'm going to sign up for that. I'm going to choose these parents. We're going to have this agreement. And I think that this week, you're going to realize that you no longer want to sit in comparison. Because what does that do? It creates separation. You may be helping. I feel a lot of you are helping other people with this. Like you were the counselors, the healers, the way showers, the psychics, the intuitives. And you're helping other people do this work. And it's reinforcing all the work you've done. It's that whole people who go and they speak at high schools and colleges, and they were once broken and doing all of this, going to the dark side. And now they're a champion and they are an activist, right, of their own transformation. Like some of you are transformation activists. You believe in the transformation of the planet, the transformation of consciousness, and a lot of it has to do with letting go of our judgments. Wow, no wonder you wanted this deck. I feel like this is like a 1-2 after the last reading I did for you. Everything you've learned. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? That's what this is all about. Like the people that help you thrive. Letting go of the people who aren't going to be your ride or die, right? That just, you know what? That was part of my karmic lesson. This is the long-term connections. I welcome help and guidance from those aligned with me. You know, I was talking with a friend last night about that people who are givers, right, and doers, such a hard time receiving, asking for help. So good at being activated and helping other people and being at other people's aid by their side. Hey, you need help with something? I'm there, right? But how often are the people who need helped that are always helping other people, they don't ask and they have a hard time receiving. That's a big, big part of your work, Pisces, is understanding that it's a two-way street and that you can ask for help, right? It's a source of strength. It's a source of strength. Help, welcome the help. These are our long-term connections that help us thrive. Sometimes we need that. We need that support. Let's go deeper. Beautiful. Gosh, I love this pairing. I'm so happy you all had me do it. You inspired me to do this. I'm like, why didn't I do this before? The World and the Nine of Pentacles. Sweethearts, you stand in that beautiful, independent, free spirit that you are. Wrapping up this beautiful cycle. You've learned so much. You recognize your strength. You've released judgment. You have new people coming in that are helping you, supporting the long-term goals. You see the higher truth. You're aligning in that. Ooh! Beautiful. Now let's clarify the Ten of Swords and the Empress. Whatever wants to come out. Three of Wands. Movement, powerful movement forward. Wait for it. Wait for it. I just heard that. What was that from How I Met Your Mother? Legendary. There's some sort of legendary, like, it was legendary. Like this peak experience. Something's legendary. Like some of you are traveling somewhere or you're planning travels. I'm getting like, even like this, somewhere tropical, or you live somewhere tropical, and it's could be a activation, a spiritual activation for some of you. And if it's not physically going to these places, it's going inward and finding those places deep, deep in meditation, traveling to the Great Pyramids, right? Or having these dreams and waking up and going, gosh, where did I go last night? That's Piscean, so Piscean. Now we have fully embodied emotional maturity here. Bringing the love, sharing the love. You've got so much love here. I think that some of you have faced an ending and you're nurturing yourselves so beautifully, so richly, so purely. And it's coming. You've got so much more love yet to experience on your path. And it's not just one person, y'all. It's everything. It's everything. With an A. Wow. And we have 2 threes. 3 of Wands and the Empress is 3. Going into the King of Cups. You share that love that you hold deep inside, Pisces. It's time to share it with the world, right? That's the higher truth. It's all about the love, the balance, something about the divine masculine rising up within you, in your expression, out in the world, sharing more of yourself, receiving more from others. Recent past. Recent past, Spirit. What's the recent past here? 2-1 come out. Wonderful. Yeah, that's the past energy. I'm going to take that risk and I'm going to go deep. I'm a light worker, right? And I came here to break some paradigms and bust through, right? The collective unconscious. There's just something so powerful about your energy. It's like so light. And that's the thing. You become lighter and lighter and lighter, my friends. Look at that. You're lighter than light. Deep, deep healing, resting, restoration of your energy, finding the hope and faith again. That purity is carrying that white rose. That's the purity and innocence of beginning anew, starting a new adventure. And look at it. It's like, run with it. Run with this healing octave. I'm getting a ringing in my ear now. A lot of you find so much strength in your lightworker journey. And that you keep going back to that whenever something happens. It's like, I just keep going back to my spiritual practices, my spiritual depth. And that's my renewable energy. It's your renewable energy, Pisces. And I think that whatever you've had to rest, take a time out regarding in the past, it set you on this it's like a Energizer battery. Power pack, right? There's some sort of light power. Like I said in that last reading, you're leading the charge. And you have the energy for it. You're rooted in your strength. Dear goodness, I don't even know. It's really amazing. You've got a strong inner confidence to see it through. Whatever you're light worker journey is whatever you said, okay, that's in my blueprint, DNA activate, like, Wonder Twin power activate. It's something between you and your higher self got activated in the past. And this work you're doing around releasing judgment of self and others is so powerful. So you can go in this beautiful new direction. You're being divinely inspired currently to live with joy, to live with passion, to release the judgments that you place on everyone and everything that you ever encountered. It's beautiful. As you ground in this beautiful energy, you and you, your stability and security. Wow. So now we have you truly ending a very strong period of release where you're like, okay, that person isn't coming with. That's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to judge them for it. There are people that are going to operate in a lower vibration, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to lower yourself to stay. It's like, you're like, I can't take them with me. They're going to hold me back. It's that stillness is the resting point right before an acceleration. And I feel like you went through stillness and now you're like, boom, zing, zinging forward. There's something that is really like, you're like, ooh, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to provide so much emotional and financial security for me. Whatever this is, you're calling in reinforcements around an idea. A lot of you are in business. This is the card of the business owner. Some of you are building brand new, beautiful things, and it's requiring you to release your judgments, maybe of other people, putting them to task, right? Living in harmony as a community with your tribe, at work, right? In your work endeavors and at home, in your family endeavors. There's a lot of new growth, Pisces. Beautiful new growth that you're showing me. What's this? Now, in what you don't see coming, there's some conflicts that you're overcoming with others. And you going through this powerful transformation with the parts of you. Gosh, wow. Now we have another ace. You are in a brand new energy frequency where you've been releasing the people from your life that cause you trouble, that are like, you know what? Why does this person want to pick a fight? Like, I feel like this is big cleanup work that you've been doing in your life around the people that maybe you were trying to help. That's almost like there are certain people in this world that no matter how much you help, they're going to keep crying wolf. They're going to keep causing a ruckus, right? They're not ready to face themselves. And I think you're seeing the truth in that with some of your connections for some of you and saying, you know what? I carry this sort of truth. My energy, I want to protect it. I'm going through this powerful transformation and I'm releasing anyone in my life who's going to operate at a lower vibration. And it doesn't mean it's like bye forever. It's just, bye for now, right? Because it's not going to serve me. Are you aligned with me? Are we in alignment together? Can we be a team? Can we commit to it long term? There's some sort of clarity coming in with this Ace of Swords around this rebirth energy you're showing me, Pisces. And this is the card of family conflict with multiple people. You could be having some sort of conflict in the immediate future, and it could be in a family dispute. And you're just like, let's put our swords down. Let's look at the truth of this. I'm going to release my judgment of these people or individual, and let's get on the same page. It's like you're actually transforming a family dynamic. Some of you are transforming ancestral wounding patterning that you're breaking in you that is releasing the karma of your family line. So your progeny don't inherit that. You're literally changing the energy. And that's part of your work. That's the higher truth. It's so beautiful. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice from Spirit. This is such a powerful time of transformation for you, of healing, of being protected, of not, picking and choosing your battles and just deciding, I'm not going to just keep allowing this frequency in my life anymore with these people. This is people. Teamwork. All right. Let's get some advice. We've got the Page of Wands. Playfulness. Spirited, taking those plans. King of Pentacles. Ooh, some of you this has to do with the connection. Because now I'm seeing a match and calling that in. But feeling like, oh, not quite yet. Some of you are in a powerful period. If you've had a recent ending in a relationship, we're going to talk about love for a minute. I'm not seeing a lot of heart cards because I don't think that for those of you who are single, you're so fresh off of something that you're still healing and you're in this brand new energy and you're calling it in, right? But right now it's about you grounding in your energy, releasing judgment of the past, right? Releasing, right, the emotional debris, searching for clues, right? Learning through the lessons. Going through this powerful transformation during Scorpio season. This is Scorpio, okay? And aligning to the long-term goals and vision, finding clarity in that, discarding anything that stands in the way, and calling in. A lot of you are calling in and will be making plans in the near future. A perfect match for you. So if you are looking for love, I see that coming in. Your advice is, it's coming. Don't give up. Don't lose faith. You've done some beautiful work in releasing what isn't aligned with your future for the long term. And you're coming out of a period of feeling very challenged and stuck in something that it was time to release, right? And there will be plans being made. This is the card of dating and courting and finding a spark with someone and actually spending time with them. It's coming in the immediate future, okay? This could be around 8 weeks out. More towards the end of Scorpio season if you had a recent ending. You need a little time, okay? But you are powerfully manifesting this. Now, for those of you who are in a marriage, you're going through a powerful transformation in this marriage where you're no longer holding back the things that you need to say, okay? And not doing it with a sharp tongue, y'all. It's about, teamwork, being in alignment, not going to war with each other, right? You're sparring, right? And sometimes it gets a little, edgy. So be careful with your words. This opening energy. Freedom. Some of you are crying for freedom. And it's about expression, giving and receiving, seeing the higher truth of your journey. There's something very powerful, too, about you coming into divine alignment in the material world between your divine masculine and your divine feminine and coming out of any self-imposed restrictions around your belief in self. You can and you will, and you already have, and you will continue to. If that makes sense. Let's get a final pull. Final spirit of the animal oracle, Pisces. Whoa. It got a little messy. Whatever you recently went through got a little messy. There we go. Badger spirit. There's 2 that came out. Be fearless and bold, and let spirit be your guide. So true. So true. Number 4 and number 32. From the 4 to the 5, you just got to take the right steps right now. Keep moving forward, Pisces. Number 4, step by step, okay? When Badger Spirit comes to protect you, he reminds you that anger or aggression, argumentative behavior, and being pushy or manipulative will not result in a positive outcome. Perhaps someone close to you has been excess Badger energy, or perhaps that energy is pent up in you. Either way, now's the time to calm down and allow the energy to pass through you. Go for a hike or brisk walk, shake it off, or dance it out so you can return to the situation determined and committed, but not so intense that you overwhelm others and yourself. The appearance of Badger Spirit also serves as a reminder if you've been relentlessly pursuing something that keeps eluding you. The message is that it's time to surrender it up to your higher power and focus on something else. Badger Spirit wants to protect you from self-will run rampant, from being obsessed with getting what you want in the form you prefer, in timing that fits perfectly with your notions of what has to be. Remember, the world doesn't revolve around your wants. Better, more beautiful opportunities will be the result when you release some of that Badger Spirit intensity, along with your need to have it your way 100%. Ooh, wow. You're getting a little bit like, you know what I mean? Be fearless and bold, right? Be committed in your quest for your truth. It will pay off. But also be careful. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. Okay? No matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in a form that Spirit deems best for you. Sometimes you have to know that what it takes to get what you want, you have to assert yourself. Okay, that's what I meant for anything that you're not saying or speaking or holding back. New relationships are also given a green light now. Okay, don't be afraid to make the first move. So for those of you who are in existing connections, you're trying to speak up about the things you're not saying. And for those of you who have had an ending, you are calling in something new. And overall, let Spirit be your guide here. Number 32, 5, powerful change. Powerful change. Hawk. Are you noticing red flags, perhaps saying to yourself, oh, what pretty flags, and giving them no more thought? Hawk Spirit has arrived to tell you to stop and listen to the messages from Spirit. Take the time to observe the patterns you are seeing and do not dismiss your intuition, even if the messages you receive are not supported by evidence in the physical world. If it feels illogical to listen right now, listen anyway. Sometimes you might want certain signs and messages to mean what you want them to mean, interpreting through the lens of wishful thinking, a projection of your desire to see things a certain way. Of course, when you do that, you rarely find yourself where you want to be. Take heart. Spirit loves you so much and does not want you to get hurt, but to align with Spirit's plan for your highest good. Listen and follow the signs and check your motives when you're being selective with your hearing. Interesting. All right. I hope you enjoyed this message. There's a lot that came through. Sit with it. This has been a lot, y'all. We went in many different directions. There was a lot here. Overall, though, I think that it's time for you to recognize your strength. You're in a new beginning of higher truth when it comes to the expression of love and releasing judgment. Okay? You're definitely headed towards a new long-term experience and seeing the truth and whatever's limiting your complete, utter transformation and faith in that. Okay? Take care.